Hey guys, it's me, Danny. I am a little sad because I was doing the final touches on my episode of this week, which is going to be about a cumbia song. But I woke up this morning to a flat tire. So I don't know. I don't know because the dashboard says that it's fully flat, but I was looking at it and it doesn't look fully flat. So I kind of have to go figure that out, especially because I start work at 2 today. So I kind of do have to go figure that out. So unfortunately, but don't worry about it because we're going to make this flat tire an event. It's my first, if it truly is flat, it will be my first flat tire. So we're going to go through it together. But before I go to my car and we like keep talking about my flat tire, I want to talk about a very special member of this family, Gatito. Gatito is hanging out with me right here. There she is. Gatito, and back there is Osa. Gatito, say hi. Exactly. Gatito came to our house last year with her mom and her siblings, and we call her Gatito. Her official name is Ofelia, but we call her Gatito because last summer, the song of the summer was a song by Carol G. I think the song is called Un gatito me llamó. Gatito means male kitty, right? And the song Un gatito me llamó, me dijo. I don't know how it goes. I just know it says Un gatito me llamó, and then like the catchy part is like gatito, right? And we liked it, so we kind of just started calling her Gatito because we also thought she was a boy for the longest, for months, until I took her to the bed to get fixed, and then we realized she's a girl. We named her Ophelia, but no one calls her that. Everyone just calls her Gatito, and we refer to her as she was a boy because it's what we're used to. But she is the cutest. She doesn't like hanging out like Osa does, but she does have moments where she like purrs and likes to hang out, and then she's like, hey, maybe leave me alone, okay? Like right now, this is like a hey, leave me alone type of moment. So we're gonna let Miss Ophelia leave her life. She's taking a nap, so let's go figure out my car. Okay, so I just took a look at my tire and I am really scared. It looks pretty bad. It looks pretty flat, and I am scared that it's like completely like that I'm not going to be able to drive because it's flat because I don't have the tools or the knowledge to change a tire, so I don't know. And my dad was unable to make it. Um, but it's okay. I think the only thing that I have left to do is to go to the tire guy, and I'm just going to drive like this and see what happens. Hopefully, the tire is not going to explode. The car is not going to explode. I won't explode. Fingers crossed. We're just gonna get there and we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay, guys, so here I am in an undisclosed location in Belmont Cragen where the tire guy just took care of my tire. He fixed it real quick. It was just a screw that was stuck on the back tire, and he like fixed it like this because my guy is on it. I know him because of my sister, because I'm so lucky that my sister has been through all of these things before me, because I don't know what the fuck, and I wish to know what the fuck, but because I don't know, anytime that anything happens to me, to my car, I call my sister, and she already knows because she's had all these problems before me. So she has like a tire guy, she has a mechanics guy. So I'm lucky in that sense. The fix was pretty easy. It wasn't completely I was terrified that my tire was completely destroyed and I was going to need a new one, and I don't have new tire money. So I'm glad that it was just like a screw that got stuck on it, and the guy fixed it real quick. And the scariest part, I drove from my home all the way over here to the tire place, and the scariest part was driving on Fullerton because I was scared that I was driving very slow. I was driving really, really slow in the small streets, but because Fullerton is a bigger street, like you have to drive fast, and I was scared that if I drove any faster, like the whole tire was just gonna explode and we were all gonna die. But that didn't happen. That was very dramatic. Um, Thankfully, it's been fixed, and now I can carry on. I didn't filmed while I was there with the tire guy because he's really funny. He likes to be really funny. He knows that I'm just a girl, and that's how he treats me. He's lucky that he's good at what he does and that he is really cheap because he can be really funny sometimes, but he took care of it, so I'm happy. Now we can get back to it, and I will have my episode out tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, I just got home and I'm really happy because the world has been fixed. My car is fine, and just because I made you go through all of this, I'm at least going to tell you a really funny story of how I got this car because there's an anecdote about it that is just so crazy. So crazy. And I think that at least I'll say that, in case, so that this whole event can be a real event. And basically, it was March of 2024, and I had been saving for a car and I wanted a car, and I had like, it was, to me it was an epiphany because I am a cat of the CTA. I know how to use the trains, the buses, I know all the numbers, I know all the lines. I am an expert at it, and I always thought that I didn't need a car. And one day I got I got an epiphany and I was like, actually, you know what? I kind of do need a car. And I didn't know how to drive, so I had to drive. But so I was like, I decided that I wanted a car and I started working for it. And then finally, in March of 2024, I had enough money saved for my car and I looked for it and I wanted something small because my sister likes big cars and I don't like that. So I found this Spark and it looked like a really good deal. And so I tell my sister and I tell my mom, and my mom is really excited, and my sister is worried. She's concerned, but she was down for it. So the dealership Napleton is in Calumet City, so that's a little far from us. So my sister is being really nice, and she takes us all the way to Calumet City. And this is the first time that I'm going to purchase a car, so I don't know what the fuck. So I pack everything that I think that I am going to need. So I get like bank statements, like my W-2s, my um, there's a storm. That sound was from a storm that is about to be here. But anyways, back to it. I get like you know my ITIN number, everything that I think that I am going to need to get this car. I want the car, and we get there, and the guy that is like selling us this car is really young. He was like 22, and he was already selling cars. What the fuck? But he like asks for like all he the first thing he asked for was my ID. And I packed everything except for my ID. And we had driven for like an hour to Calumet City in the traffic of the evening. And everyone looks at me for me to pull out my ID, and I don't have my ID, and my face falls. And I'm like, oh my God, and I'm like, what the heck? And I turned to my mom, who is the most supportive person in this world. She was like, don't worry about it. If we can't do it today, we'll come back tomorrow. You'll have all your things. Because she could see that I was about to start crying. And she is like, do not worry. It's gonna be fine. This happens to everybody. And the crazy thing was that Mr. Javon, the guy that sold me this car without an ID. Isn't that crazy? He made a good call because I'm a great driver. but it was crazy. It's a really funny anecdote. My mom and my family, anytime that they're mad at me and they're looking to make fun of me, they remind me of the day that I went to buy a car without an ID. They don't sell you alcohol without an ID. Like if you go into a liquor store and you try to buy a bottle of something, they're not going to sell it to you if you don't have an ID. But this guy sold me a car, a whole car without an ID, and I'm thankful to him and to the world that is very understanding with me all the time.